Hey guys, it's your girl London, and today we're going to be reviewing and doing an eyeshadow look with I think enough was said. So if you want to see how it turns out and what it looks like, then stick around because we're blasting right off into it. Now that I got my incredibly corny intro out of the way, let's get right into it. So this is a very unexpected, unanticipated video for today. Why? Because I went to my mailbox and there it was, a Colourpop box. I do get PR from them from time to time, but they never tell you when, they never tell you what. So I opened it and it was the Star Wars and Colourpop Darth Vader palette. As you guys know, that Colourpop has been partnering with Disney for a very, very long time. And then over the last, I would say, 9 to 10 months, probably like mid last year to now, has been partnering with Star Wars from Disney. And they have given us The Child. They have given us The Mandalorian. And now we have Darth Vader. So I'm wondering if they are going to do a Princess Leia. I'm wondering if they're going to do a Luke. I am your father. If they're going to give us a Luke. I mean, what can we get? Because they really can do a wide expansion. And they can do a lot of really cool palettes depending upon how far they really want to take this. And then even a collector's box with all of them. Oh, it could just go so many places. So again, here is the Darth Vader palette. Now, I am talking as if I am a hardcore Star Wars fan. I'm not. I have seen 2 Star Wars movies way back in maybe the late 90s when they had done the original remakes. So they had, it was the first time they remade the originals, and Princess Leia, loved it. Then I fell asleep. So I don't, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I don't hate Star Wars. I am more of a Trekkie, okay? I'm into the Star Trek. But I can appreciate Star Wars for all that it is. I think it's absolutely amazing what they're doing, bringing kind of that heritage, that iconic movie, that iconic story to makeup, and kind of allowing an entirely new realm of people who perhaps aren't into the movies in that way, introducing it to them. So that way, seeing this makes you want to go see the movie, makes you want to just at least see what it's about. So I think that is super cool. So this is a 9pan palette, and it just looks so cool. Even the back, it just looks so cool. Very, very cute. It has Darth Vader on the top. This is just the neatest palette. The neatest palette. Let me see if I can tell you. There's plain? Plain. Okay, sure. Do your thing. Just come on by. Make all the noise that you want. Make all the noise that you want. So this is cruelty free, of course, because that is what Colourpop does. And this is 9 grams or 0.3 ounces. Very cool. This little clear thing in the center. It has a, oh my god, guys, it has a mirror. I'm trying to not blind you guys. Look at that mirror. Look at the detail around that mirror. Oh my god. Like, again, I'm not even that was so astoundingly pleasing. I'm not even a Star Wars fan like that, and I am excited about this. It says, I have you now. Oh my god. Stop. And then this is, let's see, can we bend it back? Oh, we're going to. This is the palette. I really like this color story. Have Colourpop done taupes before? Yup. Have they done grays before? Sure have. Have they done kind of these maroonies? Abso-freaking-lutely. But that gorgeous red, that is something I don't necessarily think I've seen before in a Colourpop palette. Not a maroon, not a burgundy, but a red. Whew. Absolutely want to use that. Now I will put a stock photo here. In the stock photo, it shows this as being, this almost looks like it's a turquoise green, and this almost looks like it's brown. So please take note that this is more of a burgundy wine maroon, and this absolutely is a blue undertoned gray, but ma'am, it is not no deep dark turquoise, not nowhere, not nan, and not never. So I am so excited. I think what some people are gonna have some trouble with is they have 2 mattes here, Imperial Forces and Battle Station, and these are kind of light taupey. So for me, this would be like a brow bone, and this would be like all over color or in the crease color. And then they have 2 mattes here, the Empire and Sith Lord, which is that blue gray and then this kind of maroony, winey color here. So this is a palette that you're either gonna have to go, if you want to use your mattes, a light cool, or you're going to have to go a deep cool. One or the other. There's no mid-tone browns, nothing like that in here. So overall, this really then lends itself to being a cool palette, although they have the like red in the center. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmer shades. I'm pressing them to see if any of them are Super Shocks. It looks like Stormtrooper, maybe a Super Shock. And then they have Dark Side. And Dark Side is the matte with the sparkle. Looks like a black matte with purple, bluey, goldy reflex in it. So you're definitely going to get a bit of a deeper look out of this palette unless you use those taupes. And of course, depending upon skin tone, those may be Ash City, so then you're just left with the 2 deeper ones at the bottom. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get into some swatches. So we're going to do the swatches and then we will proceed on. So let's get into those. All right, guys, I'm rolling up the sleeve a bit. Let's get into the swatches. I'm going to do the mattes first, and I will name them off as I'm going instead of holding up the palette. So we're going to start with the one that would be a brow bone for me, and this is where I think so. This is Imperial Forces, and this is a gray, I would say a rock gray. That's Imperial Forces right there. It's like a rock gray and a stone gray. Yeah, I say rock gray because it's a light rock gray, like those rocks you used to kind of like hit across the ground to make white. Kind of reminds me of that. Then we have Battle Station. Battle Station is the more so what I would call a stone gray. That's it right there. Okay. Now we're going to go into, again, with these stock photos that I've seen are kind of making it look like it's a kind of turquoise color, which of course it is not. And this is the Empire. This is that blue based gray. And that's right here. Right there. And then we're going to go in. We're going to go into our last matte, which is Sith Lord. And this is the one, this one, Sith Lord does not feel as soft as the rest of them. Sith Lord doesn't feel hard pressed, but it definitely feels a bit stronger, a bit more solid than the other ones. Sith Lord is this kind of wine color. Deep wine color that they have looking brown, but it absolutely is not. This is a very just deepish wine color, and that's that right there. All right, now depending on your skin tone, you could use these first two, and then this last one, you could have a very nice kind of cool toned berry look. But again, that all depends on your skin tone and what is going to be able to show up the pigmentation, if you're going to get more of the white undertone of it or more of the true color of it. Now we're going to go into the, I guess you call it a satin with a shimmer. And this is Dark Side. This is the black that has the sparkles in it. Ooh, this is pretty. I don't know if the sparkles are going to pick up, but it's black with the reflex sparkles in it. And that's a nice one because the sparkles are gold, purple, looks like some silver. Really nice. Okay. Now we're going to go into the shimmers. The first shimmer we're going to do is Stormtrooper. And Stormtrooper is the one that I think might be a Super Shock. It is kind of your standard champagne-y color, if you will. We're going to start going a little bit lower on my arm, so I want to make sure the swatches dip lower because I usually cut them off a little bit too short. And that is a really, really nice color. I really like Stormtrooper. Really nice. And then we're going to go into Gone Galactic. This is pressed much harder than Stormtrooper. Again, it's because I think Stormtrooper is a Super Shock. Ooh, this is nice. This is kind of like a taupey color shimmer. And this is Gone Galactic right here. Very, very nice. And then we're going to proceed to go down the rest of my arm and see how this works out. We're going to go in with a Death Star, which is a blue silver, something that goes well, it looks like, with the Empire color. This is, oh wow. Wowzer. 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 This is really, really, really nice. I'm trying to bring my swatches down just a bit so you guys can have a better overall view when I put it up there. So this is Death Star. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh! These are so much better, guys, than just in the pan. So much better. I'm glad we're doing this because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I still don't because the shimmers are just so freaking pretty. Oh, okay, now we're gonna go into I Am the Master. And this is that beautiful, beautiful red. It's not a super shock. I think that would have been nice if they had done that. Whoa, look at that on the finger, guys. Pure freaking red. We've got to make sure we get this swatch fully in frame. Oh my goodness, guys. There we go. There you go. I Am the Master. And that is the entire palette, top to bottom, whole thing. Take a good look at it. It is gorgeous. And now I'm sitting here staring at it like, what do we do? Oh my gosh, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something. Now I'm using a wet wipe right here, and there's total glitter everywhere. So definitely be aware of that, which of course shimmers are shimmers, but they did wipe off nicely. Whew, guys, those looked even better. Looking at this color story, I was like, love the packaging, love the color story, and kind of the bit of a risk they took with the red and kind of how deep this is. But I didn't know if it was my color story. Didn't really know if this was my journey, but after swatching it, this is my journey. This is a journey we're going to take. So we are going to think about it for a second, figure out what we're going to do, and then we're going to jump right into this bad boy, and we are going to create our look. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so we do not have our regular brushes on hand today. We have a few of them, but some of them are being washed. So let's go ahead and let's go into Imperial Forces, and we're using our traditional Wayne Gloss number 17. This is the paddle paintbrush. We're gonna do Imperial Forces. Oh, guys, so tell me, are you a Star Wars fan? Let me know. And if you are, what is it that you like about Star Wars? Is it the cinematography? Is it the story? Is it the characters? What is it that you really like about it? Like I said, I am not a super Star Wars fan or anything like that, but it doesn't mean I don't appreciate the franchise and kind of what it has done for movies, comic books, things like that, being as iconic as it is. Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the one eye, and then I'm going to do the other eye offline, just so we don't take all day to do this. But yes, I really do just enjoy what it has done as being the icon that it is. But yes, I am not full Star Trek. See, Freudian slip. I am Star Trek. I'm not full Star Wars. Now we are going to go ahead and we're going to go into the Empire. What particularly I like about Star Wars is I like Princess Leia, which I know that seems kind of like stereotypical, like who doesn't? I just really enjoy, if I'm being quite honest, I love her hair buns. I really like her hair buns. I think that they just look really neat, and I know this sounds very silly, but I really like them. I think that clearly they're fake, but they just look unique. I kind of just, you enjoy what you enjoy about movies, and you gotta just let people enjoy what they enjoy about it, and let it be that. I also like just the story. I think it's something that transcends time and, no pun intended, space. I think that everybody has that two things that are at odds, spending so much time trying to get rid of it or dominate it, or trying to just get it out of your way, only to find out that during the time you have been doing all that, you unknowingly have actually started to have points where you kind of understand it a bit. It doesn't make it any less that you want to get rid of it, but you're almost starting to have an understanding for it because you spent so long fighting it. And you have to keep asking the question, why would they do what they're doing in order to continue fighting them? And through that you start to gain, I guess, empathy. Although they still need to be gone, empathy while you're protecting your peace and they're fighting you. You're starting to understand that if I'm fighting so hard to protect what I have, why would that not be the perspective that they have? That at the beginning it seems like they're just trying to basically extinguish all of us, and they are, but it's because they're trying to protect what they have by taking over something else. So, you know, and that's kind of what things do. Ensuring survival. You protect what you have, and when you're running out of what you have, then you tend to conquer, take something else to ensure your survival, whether it's insects doing it to insects, bugs doing it to bugs, organisms doing it to organisms. Fortunately, humans are doing it to humans. That is kind of what happens. And so if you're on the side where you are kind of trying to keep your side together, it would only make sense that as you think about it, yes, they're trying to do what they're doing to us, but couldn't they also have the same perspective that they're just doing it to ensure their survival, and the only way that they feel to ensure that is to eliminate the other side? So I think that that is a story that kind of transcends, and then finding out that you actually are a part of the other side. And I think that, I mean, not everybody finds out they're a part of the other side, but realizing that the two halves of a coin are only separated by the seam. So you think you're so different, but you're really, really not. And so the judgment we have on things, the disdain that we have on things, the lack of compassion, empathy we have on things, really says a lot about us, because we're only separated from the other side by a seam, which means that we really do start to mirror and parallel each other in a lot of ways. It's important to make sure that you are constantly aware of that, so things don't get kind of bananas and bonkers. And so I really just love that kind of solid story and all the sub stories that are within the context of the movie, because again, I think they just kind of transcend space and time for people. So we are going to now take a clean brush, the JH30, and I just want to blow this out a bit. Just want to blow this out on the edge a bit, and also blow it out right here in the corner a bit. Typically I would have wiped this away, but I actually want to bring it up here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take the JH40, this pencil brush right here, and we're going to go into Dark Side, and that is the one that had the satin that had the shimmers in it. We're going to very lightly take some down here, because as suspected, the shimmers certainly did not translate. We're going to do little circles as we're doing this, because we're not going to take it all the way in, just to the inner third, but yeah, we just want to kind of blow it out as we're going, but it did not transcend down here. So just know that if you use it, if you're not packing it, you're likely not going to have that really stick. And we just wanted to do a light blowout. We wanted it to be a little bit more than the gray, but we certainly don't want it to be as highly pigmented as a black. We're going to take that same brush, we're going to go into Sith Lord, and that is that wine color that they're trying to say is a brown, which, sir, ma'ams, it is not. Let's not. And we're going to go right into the outer corner, and we're just going to, oh, these are just so pigmented, guys, and they're blending just so nicely. And these are deeper shades. This can really present a bit of a snafu when you're formulating these, and these are just so stinking nice. So back to Star Wars. Yeah, tell me when you first saw it, if you've ever seen it, what do you like about it, how do you feel about the story? Just let me sharing your Star Wars experience, because I think that everybody probably has a different meaning and thing for it. So also, how do you feel about Colourpop partnering with Disney for all these collabs? Like, is Disney just that easy to get a collab with, or is Colourpop just that special that they're getting all the collabs? I don't know. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go into, and this is a real tough one, but we gotta do it to it. There's so many looks I want to do with this palette, but we gotta do it to it. We're here. I know people are going to want to see it. I want to go with just Death Star. That sounded weird, but we're not going to do it. We're going to go with I Am the Master, because we have got to see what this red looks like on the eye. Oh my god, guys, stop it. And this is no spray, just my finger, which, as you guys know, I used to only use a brush, but over the years, I shouldn't use it over the years, over probably the past year, I've started to use my finger, just because I think it's a better application for it to warm up, the shadow to warm up, and to have a better way to kind of apply it and get what I want to get, because I don't prefer to wet my brushes. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. That is so stinking pretty. We are going to blend it out, but you guys know that I take it up into the crease because I've hooded eyes. We are going to blend it out. Now, you know what? We're going to do it to it. We are going to take the Lunar Beauty LBE4 brush, and we are going to go right into Death Star. Woo! We're going to do Death Star right here in the front. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. That is going on so nicely, and just giving a little darkness to the front, because I mean, this is Star Wars. Come on now, this is Darth Vader. Wow. That went on so nice with the brush. Just so freaking nice. Guys, look at that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to... We usually take our JH30 for this, but because we have so many metallics going on, we're going to use our number 6 brush for wing gloss. And this is where we're going to just do a light, because we don't want anything to go away, but we just want them to have a light blend on the edges on the top. Just a light. This is definitely going to be a look that needs some lashes. Am I right? It's a nice... Oh my gosh, so nice. And then we're going to go in with the wing gloss number 20 brush. It's just this pointed brush, pencil brush, and we're going to go in now with our inner corner highlight, and that is going to be Stormtrooper. This is the lightest shimmer in the palette. Okay, because this is a, I think this is a Super Shock, it is having a slight difficulty picking up with the brush, and I think it's because these are natural hair brushes. So let me see. I think Manny's might not be. So let me go in with the LBE6. I think Manny's aren't natural hair. I think his are synthetic. Let's see. Okay, they're picking up much better with Manny's, so I can't be super sure if Manny's are synthetic, but they are picking up better with Manny's brush. Pull it down just a bit. Okay. And then in that small space on the bottom, we're going to go ahead and take the LBE7 brush from Manny. I should say Lunar Beauty. It's not Manny, it's Lunar Beauty. We're going to go in with, I think I said Going Galactic, and this is kind of like this copper taupe shimmer. We're going to go right here on the bottom with that, so that the inner fourth that we had. Gonna go right there. And just wipe off our brush. We can go back and just... Very, very nice. So guys, this is the look. How do we like it? How do we love it? We only have one eye done today, but there's the look. I'm gonna go to the other side and be right back. Guys, we have the finished look. So let me get a little closer, I'll let you see it, and then we will talk about it. This is what we came up with. Hoping that the lashes don't look wonky. I really hate applying lashes, and sometimes they look wonky on the application because you have to put liner on there, but not necessarily wonky on the look. So we will see. So this, guys, this is the look. Let's talk about it. I feel like, I'm looking in my mirror here, I'm looking in the viewfinder there, I feel like this is a vibe. This is a whole vibe that I would go to work with, that I would go to the grocery store with, that I would live my everyday life with and in. I feel this is like, oh wait, the girls came for me. The girls came for me. Hold my jacket, give me my racket, because I'm about to serve them something that they ain't ready for. That's to me what this look is giving, and I love it. Let's see where we started. So We started with the Velour Effortless Lashes. These are the 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and they're no trim. I love these lashes. They have them in magnetic and they have them in glue. These are fantastic lashes because you don't have to cut them. They really do just have the perfect fit. You just have to figure out where you want to put them on your lash line. They're easy peasy breezy. These are more dramatical in the package than I would ever wear, but when you put them on, they don't look dramatic in the sense that it looks maybe a little bit costumey. And also because they're so beautiful, like they don't feel like plastic, they're just fluffy. I think that really helps give that realistic look as far as not looking again like they're a costume piece. And with that, I just used the Velour clear glue because the lash adhesive, because I wanted to make sure I didn't take away from the liner that I have on. So for the liner, upper and lower, I used the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner BFF in the color Swerve. This is black liner. This is beautiful. This is just so freaking smooth. It's just such a nice black liner. And I felt like this look only needed black liner. I didn't want to put any other color on it. I just wanted black. But I wanted it to be a black that didn't look like it was that dry black that you had to really struggle with. These are very smooth. I know some people had some hard times with the original versions of these, but they have since kind of reformulated them. So if you get the BFF ones, those are the reformulated ones, and they're just so nice, and they're so affordable. Definitely I would look into picking up at least like a black and a brown to give yourself a chance with them. If you've had a previously poor experience or heard about poor experiences, try one of the two colors and just give it a go, because you know how you like your blacks or browns to look and how you like them to feel. The next thing we have, guys, is we have the Cali Ray mascara. I use this for the bottom lashes and for my actual lash. This is amazing. This is a 2B mascara. It's beautifully black. It's just super awesome. I really like the way it makes the bottom lashes look without them being smudgy and gross looking. For the lips, guys, Fenty came through in the clutch. These are the Mademoiselle lipsticks. I was gonna say lip liners, lipsticks. These I believe are being discontinued. There's a few I think you can find in Sephora, and I think the rest of them you can find for sale on the actual Fenty site. I think these are being discontinued in favor for her new Iconic lipsticks. I like the Iconic lipsticks. They are smooth, buttery, creamy, awesome colors, but the Mademoiselle ones were matte, and they came like orange, red, this deep brown, really plum color, black. I mean, they just really had nice coloring to them, and they were super matte, and that's what I wanted for this look. I didn't want, but they're comfortable. They're matte, but they're also comfortable. So I really like these ones because I didn't want to put anything with a gloss. I didn't want this to be a glossy look. I wanted this to just stay in that vibe, and this one really did it. And this was the Mademoiselle color in I Quit, and it's just like a beautiful kind of stony, it's like a stone brown grounge, so not really grayish but a brown gray. It's just so freaking nice. And then of course we have the palette, guys, and the palette we used all 9 shades. All of these bad boys went on our eyes and gave us this gorgeous eye look. Now what I will say about the palette is that I really love it, and I did not think that this was going to be a color story that I was really going to vibe with and that I would use outside of doing this review. But the fact of the matter is I think that they blended wonderfully. I was really impressed with Sith Lord because it is such a deep burgundy wine color, and Colourpop has done these colors before, but honestly I think that this is the best color wine that they've ever done. The formulation, it is so smooth. You guys saw it was so pigmented but so easy to blend out, not patchy at all. And then also the Empire, I was very impressed with that one because that is that stone bluey gray, and that also just buffed out beautifully. It just, the whole thing is so nice, and I never had to use a black. There's no black in here. Even Dark Side is more of a, it's a black with a sparkle, but it's not a deep black because of that sparkle on there. So I think this is a nice alternative to somebody who wants a deep look like this but doesn't want to do black because it feels scary. These kind of variations of grays and then throwing in that wine was very nice. This red, gorgeous. I think it just adds that pop of something that you just were not expecting from the girl. You were not expecting it from her, but she gave it to you. All these together I think are gorgeous, and I think if you make separate looks out of them, it's also going to be gorgeous. You guys know I like to be able to use at least 50% of the eyeshadow palette in order to, unless it's like 42 shades, in order to make it seem like it's worth it. So to use all 9 of them, to me this palette is definitely worth it in that respect. You can use it with a lot of other palettes because they're really, really nice shadows. The quality, I think the quality of the palette, especially the mattes, were wonderful. I think if I had to choose any one that were my least favorite quality, it would be I'm the Master, which is the red, and Dark Side, which is the black with the shimmers in there. And that is just because they are formulated a bit drier than the rest of them, but it's not a bad formulation. So I really love the formulation of the palette itself also. I think the color story is nice. I think it's unique, and I think that when you look at this, I think you're not going to be shocked by then getting this. I think this tells the story of this, and sometimes that's not always the case, especially with Colourpop from time to time, but I think this definitely gave you what you wanted inside. You're not going to be like, oh wow, and then come inside and see a bunch of blues, grays, and mauves. You know, you got what you came for. And I'm very, very excited about it. I'm more excited because I didn't think I'd be this excited about it, but I am, and I mean, I wish I hadn't already gone to work today, because this would have been the look, the vibe. So I'm excited about that. My base, if you guys are wondering, this is the new foundation review that I have, and when you guys see this, that will already be up, so I'll link it down below. So make sure you go check that out if you want to see the base that I have, because it's a vibe also. So guys, I would say that if you're on the hunt for it, it did launch today. Go ahead, pick you up this palette. This palette I think is, and I didn't think I was going to say this, but I think this is the best palette out of all the Star Wars ones that they've done thus far. So I think if you're going to get one, this is the one to get. I know it looks like a lot of the other ones. I know even if you swatch it, it may seem like it's the same thing, but together, the way they put them together, it really makes it usable to get a look that is both, I think, bold, but also approachable, in my opinion. Bold and approachable. And I'm someone who really doesn't mess with grays like that, or blacks like that, or even reds like that per se. I think that this was a really, really nice palette. I really, really like this. So I would give everything a 5 out of 5 and say that if you've been thinking about it, get it. If you're a collector, get it. It's not going to disappoint you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, not 1 but 2. And if you've not already, head on over to Instagram, follow me at London Brielle, so you can say I'm not here with you on the YouTubes. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Otherwise, videos like this, you wouldn't have been in the know. You would have been on the outs. You would still be thinking, wow, I wonder if somebody, maybe my complexion, had done a review on this. In fact, I would have been out there, but you just wouldn't know it. So hit the notification bell and the subscribe button, because you can't just hit subscribe without notification. Otherwise, you're basically just, again, floating around into space. Nobody knows you're there. You have to also hit the notification bell, ding, so that way you're notified when I upload. If you guys have not already, head on over to the, TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. That's why I'm not doing well over there. Follow me on TikTok. See what clearly I'm not doing over there, because I don't know how to really use it, but you know, follow me there anyway. And guys, if you're thinking about the palette, let me know. If you got the palette and can't wait to get it, let me know. If you like the look, let me know. If you like Star Wars, let me know. Let me know either way how you feel about it, why you feel that way about it. Let's just have a conversation about a topic that I never thought I'd be having a conversation about, and particularly not with makeup, but here we are. That's the universe, right? Does crazy things. So guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I know this is a bit longer video, but I'm trying to have each segment of things so that it's a little easier to go through the video and find information, so it's not compiled into kind of bits and pieces into one. So I hope you guys like that flow, although it was a bit longer. I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time guys, I will see you in another galaxy. I love you guys. Bye.